Let me tell you, my lovely, about a very special land. It's a land where the houses are small but comfy, built in the woods or under the ground. People live there happily, doing all the things people like to do, eating and sleeping and reading and playing and watching interesting things like pigeons doing roly-polies in the sky and frogs ballet dancing at the edge of the pond. In summer they stay up all night, singing and telling stories by the light of the fireflies, and in winter they build crackly fires and sit round them, eating jelly babies and samosas with their family and friends. Now, this special land isn't ruled by a prime minister or a president or anything like that. Instead, it has a queen. What is a queen, you ask? Well, a queen is a wise and kind person whose job is making sure. They make sure that everyone in the queendom is safe and happy and has plenty of fun. They make sure that no one starts fires or fights or takes anyone else's things without asking. They make sure anyone who's hurt or poorly gets mended. They make sure that people have interesting jobs and enough money to buy all the things that they need. The queen takes charge of the libraries of the land and makes sure everyone gets their reading time every day. And of course they look after the trees and the plants and the rivers and seas and all of the animals, even the flies, bugs and worms, because they are all part of the queendom too. You don't have to be rich or live in a palace to be the queen. You don't even have to be grown up. You get chosen for being a good, brave person who will do the right thing. And the queen is in charge until they feel like it's someone else's turn, and that's when somebody new gets a go. Maybe you would be a good queen, my lovely. So this is all very fine and good, but there's a problem. Other lands don't have a queen. They have a prime minister or a president or something like that, and some of them are very greedy and grabby. And one of the something like that's has a greedy eye on our special land. They decide to go grab it and have it for themselves. And all at once a big noisy dragon comes zooming in. It has sharp metal wings, a fiery metal mouth, thick rubber wheels and a small metal door. It screeches to a stop in a field and squashes 100 sunflowers that were growing there. And out climbs a personage. A personage is like a person, only one that thinks it is very important. It has a suit and a clipboard and comes to tell everyone what they have to do. And this one demands to be taken to meet the queen, so the telling what to do can begin and things can start to change. You must listen to me, says the personage. Oh, must I? Thinks the queen. But a queen will always listen politely, even to a personage who's being rather rude. I am taking charge of this land. My ways are much better, says the personage. You don't have enough factories. People here don't work hard enough. No one's in their office or on their computer all night. And there's far too much reading. The reading has to stop. And no more playing. I will put an end to the nonsense of sitting by fires and eating samosas and singing and stories and frogs doing shows. It's all a waste of time. The personage is growing very hot and bothered. Would you like a glass of water? Asks the queen. But the personage just goes on and on in a voice that is now turning into a squawk. You don't have enough roads, the personage wails, turning purple and swelling up like a balloon about to burst. Where are your prisons, and why do your schools close for holidays? You don't even have an army. Well, I sort of do, says the queen with a smile. Look. And then the personage looks out of the window and falls over backwards in shock. Thud. The dragon is no more. Big groups of people, all busy and organised, are cutting up the sharp metal wings and making them into barbecues. Some are melting marshmallows in the heat from its fiery mouth. Birds by the 100 are pecking away at the dragon's insides. It has soft seats and carpets that would be lovely for nests. Billions of ants are carrying away the rubber wheels, cut into teeny tiny blocks, to build an insect concert hall. The dragon's big metal body is slowly being melted and turned into slides for the children to enjoy. And guess what, my lovely? Without their metal dragon, a personage is really just a person. They can't go around squawking and getting their own way. They can't grab a queendom with no dragon for backup. They can't even get home because walking so far would wear out their socks. They just have to stay around for happily ever after, whether they like it or not. And so that's exactly what happened, my lovely. The end.